So welcome everybody. I wanted to, welcome you all to our very first Daisy Award ceremony. We're so excited to finally be able to implement this program at Cure for the Kids Foundation. So we're going to go ahead and get started with a little bit of background of the Daisy Award for those of you that aren't familiar with it.
Hello, my name is Bonnie Barnes, and I'm one of the co-founders and Chief Executive Officer of the Daisy Foundation. I'm delighted to have a moment to share with you why we at Daisy are so passionate about the work that nurses do and the work that I hope all of you will be doing when you are indeed practicing as a nurse. Let me start by introducing you to our family. This is my stepson, my husband Mark's son Patrick, and his wife Tina, and their brand new baby girl. She was born at the end of 1999, and 6 weeks later, Patrick woke up one morning with some blood blisters in his mouth. He went to the doctor, they ran a blood test, and determined that he had an extremely low platelet count. Patrick was admitted to the hospital with a diagnosis of the autoimmune disease ITP. Well, Mark and I were very concerned about this, of course, and we flew to Texas where they lived and thought that he'd be in the hospital for a few days and we would be there to help with the brand new baby and, of course, have some time with the family. Well, Patrick became increasingly ill, and fortunately we were able to spend all of our time in the hospital with him, but at the end of 8 weeks he passed away. Well, all I can tell you is we had been on an emotional roller coaster for those 8 weeks, and suddenly it was over. Now what do we do? Well, we got together with Tina right after he died and started talking about how in the world we could fill that gaping hole in our hearts that his death had caused, and what could we do to keep his very special spirit alive? What positive thing could we hold on to out of those 8 weeks? Well, there was only one positive thing, and that was the care of Patrick's nurses. We expected that they would be excellent from a clinical standpoint, and they were. But what we didn't expect was the way they delivered their care. Patrick's nurses were so compassionate, so thoughtful, so sensitive, not only to him, but to all of us in our family. And when he died, we knew we had to find a way to say thank you for what nurses do each and every day. Not just their clinical excellence, but especially the art of nursing, the compassion they show through the little things that nurses do each day to take care of patients and family members. So we created the Daisy Foundation. DAISY is an acronym for Diseases Attacking the Immune System, and it keeps us rooted in the experience that we had with Pat's nurses. We then created the Daisy Award for Extraordinary Nurses as a way to honor and celebrate extraordinary compassionate care all year long. So the stories of what nurses do, the little things that nurses take for granted, could be spotlighted, highlighted, and made a really big deal about so that nurses would know how much we as patients and families appreciate and respect them, and how grateful we are.
So this year, since we implemented or rolled out the Daisy Award program and started asking for nominations, we had an amazing response from patients and families and even staff members. It was a very tough choice for our nominating committee, but this year's honoree selection and nomination was actually submitted by our very own CEO, Annette Logan. So I'd like to invite her up here to read her nomination story.
Good morning. Super exciting to be here. And before I read my story, I want to point out that statistically speaking, we had so many nominations. An organization our size had the same amount of nominations that huge hospitals have, with thousands of nurses. So I was really excited to see how active our families and how active our staff and everybody's been through this process. So I am nominating this RN because she has demonstrated all of the Daisy Award criteria for many years. She is well respected by our medical staff, and she is deeply loved by our patients and their families. She has worked hard to excel in the nursing profession by working full-time while continuing her education. She recently received her master's in clinical education, and her desire to mentor newer nurses is inspiring. She is a dedicated pediatric hematology oncology nurse, and she is the co-chair of our local APON chapter. She volunteers in our community with Make-A-Wish, as well as many other childhood cancer organizations. She cares deeply for the profession of nursing, and this is reflected in her actions and her work product. We are lucky to have her on our team, and more importantly, our patients are blessed to have her as their nurse. I'm very proud of her. I consider her an excellent nurse and an outstanding woman.
So drumroll please. Please help me celebrate this year's honoree, Jackie Garcia.
Congratulations.
How exciting.
Do you want to come up here?
She said, no. I don't want to come up here.
So the very first item that you're receiving, congratulations,
Oh, wow.
is this the award that says the Daisy Award for Extraordinary Nurses is presented to Jackie Garcia, RN, in deep appreciation of all you do, who you are, and the incredibly meaningful difference you make in the lives of so many people. Congratulations, Jackie. The other item that you receive is this beautiful Daisy Award pin, and we hope, Bonnie, Patrick's stepmom, noticed that nurses love to wear pins to recognize certifications and other, awards that they receive. And so she created this pin, and she hopes, and we hope as Care for the Kids and the Daisy Award program, that you wear it with pride.
Definitely. So another cool thing is this sculpture. Look at how awesome. So it's a beautiful sculpture. It represents the bond between a nurse and her patient. They are handcrafted from artists in Zimbabwe. They're from Shona artists. Each one has a signature from the specific artist that makes it. And they have had political concerns and issues in Zimbabwe, so the Daisy Foundation is supporting them. So with every sculpture that is made, 100 people in Zimbabwe are supported through making this. So by doing this, nursing is reaching through around the world to support other populations.
Oh, wow.
Now, I know the posters up there eventually will have you sign it. I don't want you to climb on the counter, but we will have you sign it so that way you'll be the first one to sign our banner.
My beautiful handwriting.
As you walk into the infusion suite, we will have a display case that will have her picture, and we'll have the nomination, we'll have the story that Miss Annette read, so that we will have it posted all year long. And then for the next honoree, we will switch it out every single year. We can honor you throughout the whole year.
Well, thank you guys.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Also in your bag, so there is a brochure, and once I registered you with the Daisy Foundation, you will get an email with all the different perks as far as discounts, different things that you could be signed up with as conferences. You will get a page and your little link through the Daisy Foundation, recognizing your excellence and your award for being the honoree this year through Cure for the Kids. And then through Cure for the Kids, you will be announced on the grapevine through social media, and this will go throughout the whole organization.
You'll also have your own page on the Daisy Award website. So
You get it all.
You'll be honored there forever and ever.
forever, yes. And Sailor, do you want to come and
All
talk?
right.
So part of their ceremony, Patrick loved Cinnabons, but Sailor is going to give you a little bit more.
Why cinnamon rolls? Why? What's the deal? So when Patrick was in the hospital and he was sick, he didn't want to eat. Nothing sounded good, as I'm sure you guys know that story. But his dad came in and had a cinnamon roll. He said, "Let me have a bite." Ate the whole thing. So the next day he said, "Hey, bring me another cinnamon roll, but will you please bring one in for everyone, for all the nurses?" Is his way of saying thank you. So, second of all, nursing's a team sport, so the idea was that when you take a break, you eat a cinnamon roll. It's something you're doing together. You know, you're saving lives together, and then also you take a break and you kind of take a break together. Sorry, everyone's like watching you tear up is like I'm just trying to hold it together. So the point is anytime you smell a cinnamon roll, you're making that at home, you think about one. What the Daisy Foundation wants you to do is think about what you're doing for the world, what you're doing for people, the good that you're doing. You're making a difference. God, I'm this guy right now. But think about how special you are. So on behalf of us and the Daisy Foundation, you do the world a whole bunch of good. And thank you.
So at this time, I want to give a special thank you to Annette, who nominated Miss Jackie for our honoree, and we do value and appreciate your support and dedication to the nursing team. So,
Thank you, Annette.
Jackie, do you want
It's
to
my
say
honor
anything?
to do that.
On the spot.
Well, I think this award is not only for me, it's for each and every one of you. I know that being a pediatric oncology hematology nurse is not an easy task, and I know that there are days when we're just physically, emotionally drained. But I know firsthand how much we make a difference to each and every one of our patients. Even if it's just a smile or a hug or a handshake or just letting them know we're here for them, it's the world, you know, for them. Especially we have patients that pass away or they're going to pass away, and you know, the one good memory most of these patients have is the nurses. So you know, we're a big team. We're a big part of their treatment, and you know, thank you guys for, you know, hanging on there with me. And thank you, Jenny, for being such a great leader, and you too, Bert and Annette. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Very well deserved, Jackie.
Yes, very well deserved.
So on behalf of Care for the Kids Foundation, we appreciate you guys coming this morning and being part of this wonderful celebration. And I'd like to thank all of the rest of the nurses for, you know, choosing nursing as your career and showing up every day and giving your compassionate care to our patients. We hope to see many more of you on the stage in the years to come as we continue this program. So thank you. And Jackie, again, congratulations. Very well deserved. And please enjoy the Cinnabons and have some coffee. Thank you.
Thank you, everyone.